Alright, we got hole number 1 here, plus 10% elevation on the drive, extra mile. Second shot will be going with the thorn or backbone. I prefer the backbone long iron for its accuracy and backspin capabilities. Mostly its accuracy though. Ball wise, going with the Quasar ball, you can use a Marlin as well here on this drive. Full topspin and right spin off the tee box for the first shot. Plus 10% is what we'll be going with. Alright, 3.2 wind. There's going to be 1.4 rings of adjustment, full topspin, full right spin. Aim this one just left the bunker here, up that fairway. 3.2 is going to be 1.4. Return back towards the tee box here and go back to maximum club. No curl or anything needed here. Just try to hit perfect as you can. It is grade proof, as you will see. And you're going to be up the fairway looking at either backbone or thorn shot for your second shot. Alright, so let's see what we got here, backbone or thorn. Looks like we're going with max or min backbone here. So we're going to go with 3 backspin. No side spin. We'll line this one up with the hole as best as we can. And then we're going to make our adjustment here. Min, you got to zoom in really far to get away from these trees. So 3.2 is going to be 1.5 rings. Adjustment here. 0% elevation. Great right. Unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure a perfect shot would have dropped that one. So 0%. If you got the backbone, you want to try to land this shot up as close as you can towards the green, because the closer you get up towards the green, I believe it gets a little more consistent with your bounce. The farther away you get, a little bit more inconsistent. But if you can't help it, then that's what you got to do what you got to do. But if you can get to where I was, 3 backspin's really good with the backbone. If you're in thorn distance, I like to play my thorn shots with about 2 backspin, but you can judge it, and you can go with a little bit of less backspin and then kind of like just play the ball guide a little bit farther away from the hole and try to play that roll, that natural roll into the hole. That's definitely another way that you can play this hole if you don't want to play with a lot of backspin on the shots. So alright, next hole. Hole number 2 here is par 3. Play this one with a plus 10% elevation change with a Quasar ball, a backbone, and we're going to go with 2 to 3 bars of right spin on the shot. And we'll look at those spin adjustments when we get to the hole. It's going to be a skip shot where you hop from one fairway to the green. And we'll see what kind of wind we have. So we have 3.5 miles per hour. Alright, so. And playing this one pretty much at max distance, it looks like. And it looks like 3 backspin will be good here. So we just want to try to aim this one with the hole. Looks good right about there. Red ring touching. We'll go with 2.3 rings. And we'll see if we can hit this one perfect. We do. So we'll see how this one comes in without any top spin. This was just 3 bars of right spin. And it looks pretty good. Boom. So we had the red ring right there at the edge of the rough line with 3 bars of right spin, no top spin, no backspin, 10% elevation. And that's a pretty consistent lineup, I would say. You can kind of skirt that red ring up and down the edge of that rough line. And I think the key is to try to find that spot where the ball guide is pointed towards the hole, kind of at that little bit of a slope. So if I was you, I would go back and watch the replay of that shot, or watch it again, and try to look for the second bounce of the ball guide and try to pick out a consistent spot where that second bounce is hitting. Maybe in relation to the fringe or one of the squares on the green. But that's definitely what I would do. But 3 right spin, 10%, hit it perfect. Red ring along the edge of the rough line. Alright, hole number 3, par 5. Playing this one with the Quasar ball. You can play it with the Katana ball as well. Extra mile, and then for your second shot, going with the Viper or Sniper. I recommend the Sniper if you have it for the ball guide, but if you don't, the Viper will do as well. So plus 10%, extra mile, full topspin and right spin off the tee box for the drive. So full topspin here, full right spin. We're going to aim our shot with half of our red ring in the rough here, and then we're going to use curl on our shot. So 3.3 at plus 10% is going to be 1.5 rings. We adjust for our rings here, for our wind. We make our shot. We're going to use full curl here on this shot. We want to stay as far away from that left-hand side as we can, and we want to get a nice bounce up the fairway as well. And that'll set us up perfectly for our second shot. So for that drive, if you have lower level extra mile, it may be a good idea to go with the Katana ball to give yourself a little bit extra power to avoid having to overpower that drive. Alright, second shot, 0% elevation. Playing this one at max adjustment here, 2 to 3 bars of left spin to right spin and back spin on this shot. So we're going to go 3 and 3 right here. We're going to go 3 and 3. Try to line this one up as best as we can towards the hole. And then make our adjustment here, which would be 1.4 rings. And we need to try to hit a perfect here. That is crucial. We do. So let's see how this one comes in. Distance-wise and aim-wise. Pretty close. Pretty close right there. It's just really going to come down to your ability to really line that shot up in that ball guide. And that's the reason why I suggest that if you have a Sniper, that you use the Sniper, because the Sniper ball guide is so much better than the Viper ball guide, and it definitely will increase your chances of making the albatross right there. But it's definitely possible to play that shot with the Viper. You know, if you're going with the Viper, I would probably recommend going with a little bit more backspin than I played. I played 3 and 3, and if you go with like 3 1/4 backspin, that may work out a little bit better. But in the end, it's usually going to be kind of a hit and miss type shot with the ball guide that you have available to you with the Viper. But hopefully y'all can get it. It's definitely a sinkable albatross, and hopefully y'all can use it to really bolster that round. Alright, we got hole number 4 here, par 3. Be playing this one with a plus 10% elevation change. I'm going to use a backbone for my long iron. Once again, I like the accuracy and the backspin. I think you need to have backspin on this hole, so definitely a backbone is good for that. Ball choice, you can go with a Marlin. You don't want to play with any side spin, so I'm actually going to go with a Navigator ball, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so you went 4 to 4.5 bars of backspin on this hole. Like I said, I'm going Navigator, but you can use a Marlin as well here. And we'll be playing this one at about mid-distance here with 4.5 backspin. We just want to line this one at the hole as best as we can here. And then adjustment for our is going to be 1.8. Get this one perfect. Let's see how this one comes in. Maybe a little bit short. It's going to come in a little bit short, so I went 4.5. So I would look more towards that 4 backspin for that shot. But I think playing it the same way, with it aimed towards the hole, is going to be the way to go. maybe a little bit of a slight offset to the right edge of the hole with that right to left wind, but I don't think it requires too much offset. I would stay somewhere between that flags pin and the right edge of that hole for your ball guide direction. So once again, Marlin or Navigator backbone, somewhere between 4 to 4.25 backspin on that shot. Aim it pretty much right at the pin, if not to the right edge. Alright, we got hole number 5 here. This is a par 4. I'm going to be playing this one with the extra mile. You could also play this one with the big topper as well. I'm going to be playing more of the conservative approach here on this video. Maybe we'll have another video with a little bit more of an aggressive approach as well. But for this one right here, we're going to be playing plus 10% with a Navigator or Quasar ball, and you're just going to go with full topspin. You could also play this one with a basic ball as well if you wanted to. But we're going to go with the Navigator. Full topspin. No side spin. We just want to aim this one down the middle of the fairway as best as we can. Not too far up there. And then we're going to adjust for our wind. 2.2 rings. 2.2 miles per hour will be right at 1 ring with the extra mile here. And no overpower, just hit it regular. Hit it great right. We'll see how that one affects this shot. We'll find out if this is a great proof shot or not. And looks like it is, so we got kind of lucky there. But definitely not one that you really want to flirt with that right edge either. Alright, so for our second shot here, I assume we're going to be thorn. 4 in wind. And right about mid-thorn, I would say. We're just going to line this one right up with the hole. And try to roll it in. So mid-thorn is going to be 1.5 rings. This one was with no topspin or backspin, just regular shot, and we sneak it in there for the eagle. I really like that shot right there from that bounce location. As you can see, I went to find my max club, my min club, and then right in the middle I know is my mid. So that makes it really easy to kind of figure out my ring adjustments for that type of shot. For a shot like that, it's a lot of times better to play the shot without any spin, top spin, or back spin, just because you get that nice natural roll. And you just make sure that you have the proper distances between the end of that ball guide and that roll of the pin. It was about 4 squares, I would say, of room, and I think 4 squares of room with no top spin or back spin is a good distance for that type of shot. Alright, so we're going to be playing the fun shot here this time. We're going to look at the extra mile berserker bomb, see what its possibilities are on this hole. We already showed you how to play the hole the regular way and get the eagle, so let's see if we can play it the fun way and get the eagle, just for a different look and a different option. So extra mile, berserker, and let's see what we can do here. Plus 10% will be the elevation for this shot off the tee box, plus 10%. So 3.3. Didn't get any. Didn't look like we got much extra wind. Full top spin. Go with no side spin at all. And we just want this one straight up that fairway. Okay. So we're going to make our adjustment here. 1.6. And then we're going to push up. Full max. And the amount of overpower you want to use here is up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with being able to hit a perfect with. The more you go, of course, the farther you're going to be able to get up this fairway, and the closer you're going to be able to get up towards the green. So I think if you go full overpower here, it's a pretty guaranteed getting to the green, especially if you get over that slope. But I would recommend going like 50 to 75%, and just putting yourself up there to where I am in, in wedge distance. So we'll see what the wedge shot looks like in a second. All right, so there's kind of like a little bit of a funnel here to this hole, and it's over here to the right side, as you all can see it right here. Y'all can see that funnel? It's a nice little funnel there. We're just going to play that funnel. We're going to play that shot right there and play that funnel to the hole. 2.6. 0.3 rings. I mean, it's barely anything. You just need to hit perfect. We do. This should be in the hole. Yeah. Very easy chip right there from that location with the Firefly. Money, money, money. So there's two ways to play this hole. Both ways produce you the eagle. The choice is yours which one you want to play. Alright, we got hole number 6 here. This one right here we're playing with plus 10%. You want to use a Titan ball for the drive and for the second shot. And we'll go with the extra mile. You also want to bring your big dog for your second club. So on the drive here, we're going full top spin and 3 bars of right spin. We will adjust for the wind and then push our shot back up to max distance. We want to get as much roll out of this drive as possible. The farther up the fairway we get, the better position we are in for the rough bump. Alright, so let's see what we got here for our shot. Plus 10%. We got power 3 ball, 3.8 wind. Plus top spin, 3 right spin. We want to aim this shot down the middle of the fairway to try to great proof our shot. 1.7 rings for our adjustment for the wind. And then we're going to bring our shot back to max. You can either face the tee box and pull forward or get a straight line going from the tee box and pull forward. No overpower here is necessary, but if you do want to use overpower, feel free to. The farther down the fairway you get, the better position you are for your second shot. And really you want to get far enough down the fairway so that you do have a nice, easy second shot rough bump as well. As you can see, the fairway does slope fairly quickly from that position I was in. So depending on where you're at on that fairway will definitely decide the type of elevation you play for your second shot. From where I'm at, I'm still going to play up plus 20%, but if I was to go much farther down that fairway, then I may play that plus 10%. So for the second shot here, it's going to be with the big dog, plus 20% from my location. Let's see where we are as far as our shot goes. All right, so we can very easily sit right here. If our landing position was like back here, we want to go with more topspin. From here, with our red ring at the edge of the rough line, we're going to go with we're just going to go with 3.5 topspin. Okay, we want to aim this one as much as we can towards the hole, and then make our adjustment. 2.3 rings, and we want to hit this one perfect. We hit this one great to the right. It's still going to be okay, it's just going to come into the right side. Not too bad of a shot, pretty close right there. We'll take it. Definitely an albatross chance here. And hopefully you all can play that shot correctly. Hit the perfect, give yourself a good chance at the albatross. It really comes down to the topspin on your second shot. And deciphering what type of topspin to use is difficult. To me, it depends on where your shot's going to land in that rough. So if you land farther back in the rough, you need more topspin. If you're going to land closer up in the rough, you need less topspin. But it seemed like 4.5, which is what I used, was about the perfect amount for where I was landing, which was with the red ring at the edge of the rough line. So good luck. All right, got hole number 7 here. We're going to be playing this one with plus 10% elevation. We're going to use a backbone again. And we're going to go with a marlin ball with 4 backspin and 2.25 left spin, which will be max left spin on a marlin ball. We'll be playing this shot at mid distance, and we're going to have our blue ring really close to the edge of the rough line on the right. Once again, we're going to try to line up our shot with the hole as best as we can. So let's see what we can do here. 4 backspin, 2.2 left spin. Okay, and we've got 3.5 wind at mid. It's going to be 2 rings. Looks pretty lined up. So 2 rings adjustment. Let's see how this one comes in. Perfect hit. Let's see what the bounce looks like. Looks like a nice bounce. And very, very close. That's going to be a shot that I think drops a lot. I would play it pretty close to that same exact way. It's all going to come down to having that shot perfectly lined up with that hole. The blue ring is going to be right there along the edge of that rough line. If not touching it, just barely off the edge. And I feel like that's a shot that we will be able to drop. It seems like a very consistent bounce right there with that type of setup. So it was 4 backspin, 2.25 left spin, which was max adjustment with the marlin ball. And just remember, mid-range adjustment on that shot. Alright, I got hole number 8 here, plus 10% off the tee box. Going to play with a quasar ball, extra mile, and then either backbone or thorn for my second shot. We're playing this one with max top spin, no left spin, no right spin. We're going to play this shot as straight as we can, and I'm not going to push up. Now, if you want to push up after your adjustment, you're going to leave yourself probably closer to thorn. If you do push up, if you don't push up, it'll be backbone. I kind of prefer this shot with the backbone. So 2.0 rings on the adjustment here, and I'm not going to push up. Perfect shot, and if my calculations are correct, this should leave me with a backbone shot for my second shot. Now remember, if you do want thorn, then you will want to push up after you make your adjustment on that tee shot. Alright, so if I was correct, I should be able to play this one with the backbone this time. Let's see. Yes, we can play this one with the backbone. Alright, so we're going to go with 3.5 back and 2 right on this shot. You just want to aim this one right at the hole, dead center of the hole. And then we're going to be playing this one at, is that min? Or max level backbone. So it's going to be 3.2 rings. Need to hit a perfect here. Hit great left. So we'll see where this one comes in. Pretty much great left of the hole. Perfect would have been really ultra close if not in the hole. So anyways, that's basically, you know, how to play the hole. You know, if you're going to play the shot with the thorn, goes a little bit less backspin, but with the backbone, I like 3.5 back, 2 right, and it just gives you a really nice ball guide to the hole. And all you gotta do after that is hit perfect, which we didn't. But the important thing is to remember on your drive, if you push up after your adjustment, you're probably going to be in thorn range. If you don't push up, then you're going to be in backbone range. So whichever club you feel most comfortable with playing for that second shot, just remember that tip on the drive. Alright, y'all, we got hole 9 here, par 5. We're playing this one with the quarterback and the sniper. If you don't have a sniper, you can also play this one with the Viper as well. The sniper just gives you a better chance with the ball guide, in my opinion. So we're playing 0% elevation on the drive with the quarterback. We're just going to play a 1-to-1 adjustment. So, you know, 2 miles per hour ring, 2 miles per hour, 2 ring adjustment. Definitely want a katana ball for this drive. You want that right side spin, and you know, if you want to play the extra mile, you can possibly play the extra mile, but you will need to cheat your shot a little bit closer to the edge of the rough line, which definitely makes it a little bit more difficult for like a great right ball. Other than that, that's why I'm going to go with the quarterback, to be a little bit more safe on my drive. We got our katana ball here, full top spin and right spin. We're going to line up our shot here with the edge of our blue ring, right there along the edge of the rough line. Don't pay attention to that ball guide, because we're going to use right curl here. 3 wind, 3 rings adjustment, and then we're going to play our shot regular power, no overpower, just complete right curl. Hit that perfect, and this one should be well up the fairway, in good position for our second shot. So in practice, I played this shot at 40%. I'm going to play at 30% here. I feel like 40 was just too much, so we're going to go with 30. We're going to be playing just a little bit above min. And let's see, with the ball guide here, with the sniper, we can put it right into the hole, as you can see. So 3.9. We're going to play it at 4.2, which is just a little bit over min. Plus 30%. Great left, unfortunately. It lands pretty good though. Happy with that landing, and I really think perfect was in the hole right there. But at 30% for the downhill, it landed pretty much in line with where I had it lined up on the rough. So happy with that, just not happy with the great left ball. This feels like one of those holes where that shot is going to be the shot that's almost like impossible to hit perfect on. But if you have the Viper, it's going to be a little bit tougher because you're not going to have quite the ball guide. I would play somewhere around 1.5 to 2 bars of topspin. Definitely depending on where you have to land that shot in the rough though as well. So if you're going to land it farther back in the rough, then you got to go with a little bit more topspin. But if you're going to end it more towards where I landed it, probably about 1.5 bars of topspin for that Viper, because you will not have a fully developed ball guide. So alright, good luck to y'all in the rookie. That was the rookie playthrough. Hopefully y'all learned a thing or two. That can help, maybe not completely tell you how to play your round, but at least put you on the right path to a great qualification, opening, and possibly weekend round. Alright, y'all, thank you very much. This was Jesse from the 19th hole. Have a good day. God bless.